I'm just curious, your team during this road trip has finally been able to win these really, really close games. And that was a problem that you had before the All-Star week. What has anything changed, or why do you think that you're able to now come in clutch at the end in these games?
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at all the variables, right? That was the time where the Eurobasket players just came back. They weren't 100%. So I was playing with how much time do I give them? And everyone had heavy minutes overseas. So that was a variable that they all wanted to play. Coach, I'm ready. Coach, I'm ready. And I'm like, okay, that's great. But like, I couldn't go 5-on-5 on the road. So I didn't have anything to navigate that with, almost like check the box with. So that was something. We were playing, I think, higher teams at that time as well. So I think we've had now 15, I want to say 15 because today might be 14 or 15 different starting lineups. So it's not really like, okay, how come you're losing at this point, but then now you're winning at this point? You have to look at every variable. Like the Connecticut game, us flying from West Coast to East Coast and having a 1 o'clock game, I'm just being honest, like I didn't even know what time it was. And we didn't see the daylight. So that was on me. Like I had to get the girls probably outside. And so I have to do a better job. But like we were completely exhausted. And we're a team that plays with complete energy, complete heart. And so we didn't have it. But if you see when we get rest and then we're able to take care of Atlanta. So it's flights. It's the change of lineups that I have. It's the change of like I had girls playing in Eurobasket for heavy, heavy minutes. Tammy came back earlier than, Ja and Chechi. So it's just so many things that I'm learning them, they're learning me, but I have to be better, at putting it all together.
Hey, Natalie, Alan Snell with lvsportsbiz.com. I'm just kind of curious what this first year as the head coach of the team's been like in terms of forging your own coaching style, and how do you balance creating your own identity as a coach while also integrating some of the things you've learned from other coaches, such as Becky, for example?
Yeah, I could only be myself. That's what a lot of my mentors have told me. Doc Rivers told me that from the beginning, is like, you never want to mimic someone else just because of, their success. He's like, players can smell the BS. And he's like, whenever you BS players, like, they're not going to believe in you. So he's like, always just be yourself. And so I told the players from the jump in day one in training camp, I'm like, y'all are killers. Like, that's your identity. But guess what? So am I. I'm a person that wants to win every game. Like, for instance, Connecticut, I still thought we could win. We were down by 30. And I'm like, look, we could still come back. It's just the way, my dad raised me, is like, you never quit. And so I know from after that game, we had a great conversation, like a family conversation of, look, this is how I am. This is how I'm built. And y'all got to come with me on this trip. And if you don't, it's going to be hell for you. And they said, no, coach, like we want to come with you. Like we want you to push us. And so when I have 12 coachable players that want to be pushed past their expectations and past their limits, I think that's really kind of how we've kind of built some type of resilience the last couple of games. So yeah, it's just kind of being true to myself and not trying to be someone else and not trying to copy someone else. But what I can take from my mentors, if I didn't have any mentors, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sitting here. Like if it wasn't for Becky Hammond, I'm not sitting in this spot as a head coach. She was the one I mentioned before that pushed me. You're ready, Nat, you're ready. And sometimes you need to hear that. I didn't know if I was ready. So, I'm so grateful for her.
Gianna Hearn, Script Sports. Las
Hi,
Vegas.
Gianna.
Good to see you. You obviously know Becky very well,
Yeah.
and you saw what happened with the Aces last night. So you know how she prepares, you know how she responds and preps. What are you telling your team about? Don't overlook what happened tonight and be ready for what Becky and the Aces can bring.
Yeah, I mean, anytime a team, gets defeated like that, like you come out with a certain like rage after. There's a certain anyone who plays competitive sports, like you never want to lose by that many. And so that next game is now your next time to showcase your skills, your heart, your fight. And so just from our experience of who we are, losing to Connecticut, we knew that wasn't who we are. So we were like, no. We scrapped the game, but we came with a different type of energy. We were connected more. And so, yeah, when a team loses in that type of way, you can never underestimate them, because I know ourselves, we respond really well after losses. So we have to be ready. And if we're not ready, it ain't going to be good. Yeah.
Callie Finn with the Las Vegas Review Journal. I ask every visiting coach this, but obviously you have probably more more familiarity with the Aces, but just as when you're evaluating them as an opponent, what stands out the most to you?
Asia Wilson. Go down the line. Asia Wilson, who's, always in the running of MVP. She's talented. She's skilled. She's playing like a guard right now. She has an unbelievable fight and probably one of the most competitive players I've ever met. Chelsea Gray, one of the smartest point guards I've ever been around. I've learned a lot from Chelsea, working with her the past 3 years prior to this. And then obviously Jackie Young. We used to call her Mini LeBron. Call her Mini Braun because she's got that built. She's got that tenacity to be able to get downhill, but she can score obviously at all 3 levels. And then, I know Becky too. I mean, she's the highest IQ coach, I think, in the world. She knows how to make adjustments. She is super crafty on her ATOs. And so, yeah, we're definitely not underestimating a team like the Las Vegas Aces. Yeah.
Natalie, this is the last game of your 5-game kind of long road trip. I'm just curious, have you guys done anything over these 5 games to kind of keep the energy up? Anything fun? You talked about how much of an issue travel is to go to all these different time zones so quickly.
Yeah, I kind of instill like winning is fun. But to be honest, like our players, they're very competitive, and it's something that you guys obviously will see as this season goes on, and if you haven't noticed already, but like they're resilient and they're super competitive. And so with that type of mindset, then the joy does come from winning and playing connected, especially when at times we were nine strong. In the last game, we were 9 strong, and then we brought in, Kyla Charles. It came the day of. And what I loved about that day on a back-to-back, and Chicago had 2 days rest, and we were flying in from Washington. When we had a team film session in the morning, she walked in, and I'm like, hey, everyone, meet Kyla. Meet Kyla Charles for the first time. They just started cheering like it was her birthday. And I'm like, okay, I didn't expect this type of, warm welcoming. I just thought they were going to do like this. But like, that's our team. Like, they're excited to get a fresh body. They're like, yes, they're like a fresh body. Someone that we knew we played against, and she's a great defender, and she could make 0.5 decisions. And so, most players, just from experience, in professional sports, they would say, like, is she going to take my minutes? Like, where's she going to fit in? But our team was literally celebrating, like, we just struck gold with Kyla. And so I think that's why she fit in so well. That's why she played 16 minutes, and she ended up ending the game for us. Like, our players trusted her, welcomed her. Our coaches trusted her. We drew a play for her. Yeah, so I think, just credit to, like, our heart of our players. Like, that's, I think, what I'm really discovering. We have big hearts,